Hello, I'm Anthony Margolo, and what I'm going to do is tell you about a little country I've been learning about lately. It's a country that most people have heard of, but have no idea what it is or even which continent it's located on. Although small, it has an important role in history, and most of its historical significance was acquired during World War II, and this country played a bigger role than I had previously thought. But before we get into that, let's go over the basics. First of all, it is a very new country, and try to imagine this. As most of us know, the U.S. is a huge country, and within it resides different states. Now envision the size of South Carolina. Not very big, right? Well, the Czech Republic is about the size of South Carolina, in fact, a little bit smaller. In ranking of countries from largest to smallest, in terms of square kilometers, the Czech Republic is ranked 116th with about 79,000 square kilometers, whereas the U.S. is ranked 3rd with almost 10 million square kilometers. Now, in case you don't know where it is, you can find it on the continent of Europe. It's located bordering Germany, Poland, Slovakia, and Austria. Now, for me, when I found out it was bordering Germany, I instantly wanted to know where it was because I was one of those people that didn't know where the Czech Republic was located in the beginning. Now, when I said it was a fairly new country, I was telling the truth. The Czech Republic was founded on January 1st, 1993, and was originally part of another country, Czechoslovakia. But then the country decided to split up into two countries, the other half being Slovakia. But before the countries went their separate ways, Czechoslovakia was about 75 years old. So if the two countries decided to stay together, by now it would be 94. Now that's almost 100. As for the communicational technology, there have actually been a lot of advances in the past 20 years. There are 16 television stations in Czech Republic that have national coverage. Since I live in the US, I have no idea what they're about, but I do wonder what they have. Some of the questions I started out asking were, what is it like over there? What is the weather like? What languages do they speak? And why is it important to the history of humanity? Well, I was doing some research and realized that Czechoslovakia has a major role in history. Czechoslovakia was really involved in World War II, and this country was invaded in 1939 by Nazis and was Hitler's first foreign conquest, meaning it was the first country taken over by Hitler using military force. In doing this, Hitler had broken an agreement with Chamberlain, saying that he was not going to invade Czechoslovakia because he had previously stated he did not want any of the Czechoslovakian people. On November 17, 1989, German communists residing in the country decided to harshly intervene in the organized student demonstrations of the 50th year anniversary of the closure of Czech schools by the Nazis. Now this led to what is called the Velvet Revolution. The Velvet Revolution was all about protesting for changing from communism to democracy. It has lasted 6 weeks for Czechoslovakia to transition from democracy and has been ever since. As previously stated, Czechoslovakia then proceeded to peacefully split up into Czech Republic and Slovakia just 4 years later. Yes, I know it's sad, but we will always remember the amazing history of Czechoslovakia and continue to watch both of the new countries hopefully thrive and flourish. Now let's go into modern-day Czech Republic. The capital of Czech Republic is Prague, and ever heard of the good King Wenceslas? Well, fun fact, he was actually the king of Prague one time, and he is buried in Prague. By now, you're probably wondering what's life like inside of the country. So let's start with the government system. Turns out it has a similar government to ours. It has a judicial, executive, and legislative branch along with a prime minister to lead them. As for the court system, they have an inquisitorial-based system, which means the court members themselves investigate the crimes, opposed to the adversarial system, which is the system that the U.S. has. I personally am a fan of the adversarial system. Apparently, the Czech Republic is very big in breeding athletes because this year at the 2012 London Olympics, they won a couple of gold medals. David Svoboda won a gold medal in the pentathlon, which has the premise of a soldier behind enemy lines that has to shoot, swim, ride, and run to survive. Pretty intense stuff, not to mention Jaroslav Kulhavy, who won the gold for the Czechs in the mountain biking portion of the Olympics. You go, Czech Republic. Now, if you were one of those original clueless people, I hope you learned a little bit about the importance of the Czech Republic. Have a good day, and this is Anthony Margolo signing off.